This week's all about routine, getting back into routines.
I am spiraling slightly at the thought of going back to work tomorrow. I'm just not looking forward to having that pressure on my chest again. Good morning and welcome back to another weekly vlog. My name is Jess if you're new here. It is Monday today and I have just finished up at the gym. It's now 6 o'clock in the morning. I have gone back to my old functional gym, so they're big group classes, and I'm really loving it. So I was definitely getting pretty bored with my workouts just in the traditional gym that I was going to these last few months. So I'm excited to be back into this method of working out, which I really love. Now I have the day off today and tomorrow. I'm technically still on holiday up until Wednesday. And then I'm only just easing myself back into it this week as well. So for my nursing job, I've only got 2 12-hour shifts, which is quite nice. Anyway, both my partner and I have the day off today, which doesn't happen all that often. So I'm just looking forward to spending time with him. Not that there's been any shortage of that lately, but it's still nice to have the day off together. We've got a few things to do today. We need to do some grocery shopping, so we'll probably head in and do that earlier on today. And then I also need to get some editing done, so that way I can start editing the Rarotonga vlog. We just got a fan installed this morning. So we got our old fan removed and then this one put in. Especially now that it's getting hotter. We want to have a working fan. Our old one was rusty and just falling to pieces. Nice new fan for summer. And then I've just spent the rest of the morning napping on the couch because I am so tired. I'm going to make some lunch now though. Gonna have a sandwich. And my outfit for today is just a basic tank top, my comfy black pants, because I just can't be bothered, to be honest with you. I just want to be cozy, and it's a rainy, miserable day today, so it's kind of perfect. I am just walking back from the gym. It's now 6:30 in the morning. That was such a hard workout. It was a high intensity class, which I've been avoiding since going back because I know how hard they are. But it was good to get back into it. Now I'm going to go home, grab a protein shake, and get the day started. Daniel has just left for work. We had a really nice morning together, and then we had kind of like our dinner for lunch. Just the same thing as what we had on Monday, which was beef burgers. He is doing a evening shift today, so I have the rest of the afternoon and evening to myself, all on my lonesome. So I'm going to use this time to get some editing done. I have the vlog from the week before I left for Rarotonga to edit. It's almost done. It's not going to be a very long one, I don't think. And then I also have the packing video for Rarotonga to edit. And I really just want to get through both of those because I'm excited to edit the Rarotonga vlog. So that is what I'm going to do now. I'm going to try and get both of those done if I can. I really want to. Fingers crossed I can. I was going through my notes on my phone today, and I had down my 2024 goals. And so I just started reading through them. I really have not been very good at keeping track of my goals or even really working towards them this year, which is annoying. So I've only really ticked off like 20% of the goals that I set for myself this year. And they're big goals too. So there's no way I'm going to be able to do that by the end of the year. So I'm a little bit disappointed in myself, but then at the same time, the goals that I did achieve were some of the really big ones. Like we brought our first place, we got married, which are all massive goals, and definitely the biggest ones I had. But I think because I was focusing so much on those big goals, all the other ones just kind of went to the wayside, which is, you know, it's understandable, but the goals that I've had on my list for a long time, the goals that I just keep repeating but never actually achieving, but I really want to, which is why I keep repeating them. So anyway, I like to start thinking about my goals and what I want to achieve next year, kind of in advance really, and start developing my goals over the next couple of months. I'm definitely a goal setting person. I just think if you don't set a goal, it just never really happens. But I think the main thing to take away from the fact that I've only achieved like 20% of my goals, you need to not just set them, but also check in on them and put a plan in place as to how you're going to achieve them, which I did for the wedding and I did for buying a house. Anyway, I am setting my new
goals for the year or just coming up with what I want to try and achieve again and what new goals I'm going to have. Some of the goals will definitely be the same, but there will be new ones as well. Next year is definitely going to be a little more low-key. No big weddings or buying houses next year, which is kind of a relief, to be honest with you. We can just put our head down, have a really good routine, and just enjoy life here on the Gold Coast. We definitely need a more low-key year this next year, particularly financially. Saving up for a deposit for this house took years. It was, over 100k for the deposit. And then furnishing this place has costed about 20,000 on top of that. And then the wedding and the holiday again, like another 20,000. And we have just had money flying out our ears this year. So I would love for that not to be a thing next year. We've got a few things to pay off as well. So that'll really be the focus next year. I'm going to get stuck into editing because I really want to get this done. I'm working tomorrow at my nursing job. Sorry, somebody is mowing their lawns. I'm working tomorrow at my nursing job, so I won't have much opportunity to get some editing done tomorrow. Then I have a day off in the middle, and then I'm back the following day. So I'm working at my nursing job on Wednesday and Friday, and then I have Thursday off, which is a bit weird, but that's fine. My partner's working all those days anyway. This week's all about routine, getting back into routine. So now that I'm at my new gym, which is also my old gym, I'm really enjoying the workouts, and I just want to have more of a routine in terms of what I want to be doing, fitness-wise. It's tricky around shift work to really plan your week because it changes every single week and you just have to learn to be flexible. But it's annoying because I like to have a routine and shift work prevents that. And I think as I'm getting older, I'm craving that routine more and more, which I'd be lying if I said it didn't make me resent my nursing job. I want to be able to get up at the same time every single day and on Mondays I go to Pilates, and on Tuesdays I do this, and on Wednesdays I do this. I can't have that because it changes constantly, which I just don't enjoy. However, I do love my nursing job. I just don't love the impact that it has on my emotional and physical health. I love the job, I don't love what the job does to me, is what I'm trying to say. I love filming my life and editing and just this other little creative side of my life that I've developed, because nursing is not very creative. It's very practical. I won't say not nice, but it's a very harsh reality. Whereas, just filming cute little things and editing them on a laptop is just a nice contrast to that. And something I'm very glad that I started doing because it's provided a little bit of a balance in my life, whereas I really haven't had that before. My nursing job is very doom and gloom, and this is just happy vibes. So I don't make any money from this filming, editing, YouTube business. It is purely a hobby. In fact, I spend money on it, if anything. So I have a very, very small little channel with a small selection of people that watch it. And if you're one of them, thank you very much. I really appreciate you being here and watching my little life. It really does mean a lot to me. Just sort of gives me a reason to carry on with this hobby of mine. With all the effort that you put into it, it helps knowing that there's people out there that want to watch it. Even though that's not the reason I started creating these videos in the first place. I initially made them just for myself and for my family. And back then the thought of people that I don't know on the internet watching videos of me would have freak me out a bit, but I'm getting used to it. And I've had a couple of lovely little comments lately, which is really nice. It's nice to be able to chat to you guys and feel like it's not just me talking to a camera, even though it is, but it's nice to get a feel of the people on the other side of this video. Anyway, I am procrastinating like nothing else. This is making me feel like I should get a bob cut. Not a bob cut, it's not really a bob cut, is it? But cut my hair short. Does it suit me? What do you think? Should I have short hair? I'm kind of tempted. But then I also feel like that's what everyone does after they get married, is just cut their hair off. It's kind of cute though, right? I don't know. But then I feel like I'd regret it and want to grow it back out again. Like I would totally regret it, right? Like it would take forever to grow that back. That's like a third of my hair. Oh, I don't know. Anyway, I'm not cutting my hair anytime soon. The next 2 vlogs are going to be significantly shorter, so I do apologize for that. My videos on average, it kind of changes actually. I feel like they have been a little bit shorter lately. I think I've just been a lot more ruthless when it comes to editing. Now that I've got my laptop and I can really focus in on things, I'm cutting out a lot more than I used to. They kind of hang out between the 20-minute mark and like 35-minute mark-ish. But my last one that I just edited and will be coming to you soon. Actually, you would have seen it by the time this one's out anyway. Yeah, well and truly seen it. It's like 16 minutes long, so sorry about that.
With the new hair, today we're making burgers.
Hello. Jeez, it's getting dark. It's now 5:10. I have just finished the weekly vlog I was editing and I'm going to get it all scheduled on YouTube. And then I'm getting pretty hungry, so I'm thinking I'm going to grab something to eat and then get going on the packing video. All right, dinner time. I am being really lazy. I brought some microwavable meals for my 2 days at work. But I'm gonna eat one now because I don't feel like cooking anything. I'm also gonna tie my hair up because it is annoying me. This lighting makes me look like I actually have arm muscles. I do not, they're baby arms. And I know they're baby arms because part of the workout that I did this morning, we were supposed to do 32 push-ups. 32. I can't do 5 on my knees. So that was a joke. Anyway, moving on. I'm still scarred from that experience. Time to cook, microwave some food. I brought these 2 because they were cheap. They're not as high in protein, so from a macro point of view, they're not quite as good as like, you know, Muscle Chef, etc. But they're cheaper and that's what I was going for. Do I want teriyaki or chicken stroganoff? Oh, it's a hard one. You know what? I'm gonna have the stroganoff tonight and the teriyaki at work because I just feel like I'm gonna feel like the teriyaki more tomorrow at work than I would the stroganoff. All right, how do I prepare you? Microwave. Remove sleeve, pierce film, and microwave on high for 3 minutes. Peel back film, stir, heat for a further 1 minute. Sure, we can do that. Also, I am spiraling slightly at the thought of going back to work tomorrow. It's been really nice not
having the pressure of having somebody's life in my hands for like over a month. And I'm already starting to stress at the thought of what I'm going back to. I've logged into my emails, my work emails, and gone through a few emails, well, lots of emails. And it's stressing me out. I've never felt stress quite like what I experience at work, where I have patients whose bodies are trying really hard to die, and it's my job to try and keep them alive. So I'm just not looking forward to having that pressure on my chest again. I can already feel it, and it's not nice. I've enjoyed my break, maybe a bit too much. I'm wishing I hadn't read the emails. Like, it's not going to change anything, but at least I wouldn't spend the night stressing. The pressure that nurses are under, especially in the critical care environment, is a lot. I think you just get used to that stress and that responsibility sitting on your shoulders until you have a nice, 5 weeks off work, and then that pressure leaves you for a bit, and the feeling of it coming back is just not nice. Now I have to peel back the lid, stir it, put it back in again. It's like 4 minutes total. I feel like it's quite a long time for such a small thing. Alright, I'm going to watch Connor's latest vlog, and I'm gonna eat my dinner.
At the moment, I think because my last one was better than the previous, I'm feeling more positive about it. Same, like it's them at home, going to the gym, chatting to the camera, but I don't know why I make it out like I'm the most boring person on earth. Obviously not, because
I didn't end up getting back into editing. I was just stressing about work tomorrow, so no more editing. I decided just to relax this evening. I got one vlog edited, so that was pretty good anyway, and the other one doesn't need to be up for quite some time. I'm just not going to worry about it for now. I know if I were to edit it this evening, it wouldn't end up being up to the standard that I want it to be, just because I'm a bit distracted. But I have just cleaned a bunch of dishes, and I'm going to wipe down the kitchen, and then I am going to read. I'm currently reading the Bridge Kingdom series. I'm on to the third book, and I really enjoyed the first two. The third book, it changes characters, so it goes from one person's perspective to a different person who's already in the story, but only really as a kind of minor side character. So I'm just trying to get into that at the moment. I'm struggling a bit, but I'm hoping I'll kind of get hooked onto the characters soon, and then I'll start getting back into it again. I'm just not ready to get back to reality just yet, but it's coming for me whether I want it to or not. I should really get an early night's sleep, but I really struggle, especially when I have work the next day. I put off going to sleep because I know as soon as I go to sleep, I'm going to wake up and it'll be the next day and I'll have to work. I mean, the day's coming no matter what, so I might as well feel well rested. But it's something I've always done, and I know it's not good. Maybe one day I'll learn. It'll still be more of a sleep-in than I've had the last 2 days,
because I've been getting up at 4 a.m. for a 5 a.m. gym class, whereas I start work at 7 a.m. tomorrow and I have to be up at 5. So it's an extra hour sleep, which is nice. They're just very, very long days. So I'll leave home at 5:30 in the morning and I won't get back until sometime between 8 or 8:30, just depending on the chaos that happens that day. I've got a feeling I'm gonna really struggle getting back into work. I have phases, so I go through phases where I feel all right about work. It's not very often I feel great, just because of the nature of my work, but there's two sides of it that I struggle with. One is the actual work itself. I work in a place where emotions are very heightened. There's lots of death, and that takes a emotional toll. And it's also just the sheer responsibility that is placed on your shoulders as a nurse in the setting that I work. Sometimes can just feel like a bit much. I like to think I'm very good at my job, and I'm very good at keeping my patients alive, but the pressure is still a lot, you know? It's just living in that constant fear of doing something wrong or somebody getting hurt because of you. Ugh. It's just a horrible feeling. I've thankfully never been in that position, but most jobs you make a mistake and it's not that big of a deal. You fix it. I don't know. I make a mistake, somebody dies, and I end up in court. So yeah, that's great. Anyway, that's one side of things that I don't love. And then the other side is the impact it has on me as a person in my life outside of work. As I discussed earlier, like I can't really have a proper routine because it changes every single week. I can't really get my sleep schedule on track as hard as I try on my days off because I do night shifts most weeks. And the days that I'm working, they're so long that I can't fit anything in morning or night. Like, as it is, between shifts, I'm lucky if I get 6 hours sleep. So to get up and sacrifice another hour or two sleep to go to the gym just doesn't make sense if you're not even meeting, you know, the bare minimum of sleep you should be getting. I just get frustrated at the impact it has on me and my life. I mean, it's a well-known fact that working night shifts in a high-stress job takes years of your life. And I work so hard to be healthy and fit and take care of myself, and yet my job does the opposite of that to me. So it's not a great feeling. However, then I look at the flip side and I think of how grateful I am to know the information that I know and to be able to care for patients that are that sick. There's not many people that can do that, so it's not something I want to give up. It's pretty cool to be able to do the stuff that I do, use the machines that I can use to keep somebody alive. And there's definitely something to be said for the excitement and the adrenaline that comes with a job like mine, but that's also not healthy. The amount of adrenaline I constantly have pumping around my body when I'm at work. Anyway, no more rambling. That's enough of that. Hello.
It is now Thursday. I'm tired. I slept in this morning. I was going to go to the gym, but I did not get home from work until about 9 o'clock last night. So, lovely, busy first day back at work. By the time I got something to eat and got ready for bed, it was 11 o'clock. So, I didn't go to the gym at 5 a.m. like I was supposed to. And I slept in until 10 instead, which was actually really nice because my partner is on an evening shift tonight, so we both had a sleep in. And then we got up, had a quick breakfast, went grocery shopping just to get a few little extras. And then he went to work and I went to go get my nails done. So I got a chrome nail today. Still something more natural, but it's just a little bit fancy, you know? And I plan to spend the rest of the afternoon just relaxing. I have been gaming on the computer for the last, I don't know, 4 or so hours. And now it's 7:30. And all my time is gone. I love gaming, it's fun. But your whole day just goes like this and it's just over. Anyway, I need to start winding down, getting ready for bed, because I have work tomorrow. Good morning, it's Sunday. I slept in a bit today. I was planning on going for a run this morning, but I slept instead. That's okay, because I must have needed it. I'm going to go to a Pilates class now. I'm going to walk there, so I'm going to go for a little walk in the sunshine, do my Pilates class, and then I'm going to come back and get stuck into editing. went to the supermarket on my way home. These are the Fun Day lollies that I really love, but they come in like a little lunch packets now, so I figured I'd give it a go. It could be nice for work. Some more berries for breakfast. I got some bananas because we go through a lot of bananas. My partner has a couple every single day and I like to have one pre-workout as well. I got sushi for lunch today and an energy drink because I'm tired. I missed something. I also got this. It's like a collagen marshmallow bar. It's like essentially strawberry marshmallow covered in chocolate. It's yum. And it has 15 grams of protein and it tastes like a squishy chocolate marshmallow. I'm going to sit down and do some editing for a couple of hours and then I'm thinking I'm going to go for a walk. Either like a proper walk or I could just walk along the beach, that could be nice. And then once I've done my work for the day, I am going to play some Sims. I played it yesterday and I haven't played Sims in such a long time and it was kind of fun, so I'm going to do that again. I am editing our Rarotonga packing video on my laptop. It's not too bad to edit. It's definitely easier than editing a vlog style video, but it's just a lot of talking, so I have to keep going and cutting things here and there to make it make sense. But it's not too bad. I'm doing some washing at the same time, so I've got some washing going and I've hung some up already just to get things all organised for next week. We have a commercial lot that's next door to our place and it was purchased by some business person like half a year ago and it's just been sitting there and nothing's been happening to it. But something's starting to happen. They've got all these big gates up and they're blocking everything off. So I feel like it may be about to get a little bit noisier around here. Which is going to be painful, but that's just the realities of living in a place that's undergoing a lot of development. In the Gold Coast at the moment, there's so much building going on. No matter where you live, buildings going up everywhere, so. But obviously I have zero control over that, so we'll just see what happens. I need to get back to work. It's now 11 AM. So I'll edit for another hour or so and have my sushi for lunch and then we'll head outside and get some sunshine. The days are definitely becoming much more summer-like at the moment, much more tropical, where the weather kind of turns after lunch and we're getting a lot of the afternoon storms, etc. So you're really going to make the most of it earlier on in the day. I'm having my energy drink too. So I'm just having 2 little sushi rolls. I've got a chicken and avocado one and then I've got a salmon, smoked salmon. What one do I feel like first? Salmon, maybe? It is finally uploading. That took forever, so that's great. It's now almost 2 and I was planning on going for my walk by like 12:30, 1 o'clock, so I'm thinking I'm gonna skip that today and just do it tomorrow. There's no point forcing myself to rush out and go for a walk unless I feel like it, because for me my walks are mental health walks, not physical exercise walks. I'm thinking that I'm going to jump in the shower. I really want to wash my hair, and then I would just want to sit on the couch and relax and game for a bit. Alright. I have just showered and I suddenly felt inspired to scrub the shower down from top to bottom. So that took like half an hour. And now I've got to brush out my hair. I have been upping my hair care game recently. I've got a few new products that I've been loving. Firstly is this Virtue 6-in-1 styler. This is great at really just protecting the ends of my hair, and if I owned a blow dryer, this would be great for that too. So every time I've washed my hair's damp, I put that in the ends. In between washes, if my hair's dry, I use the Virtue Split End Serum. And then for my scalp care, I've been using this Kerastase Potentialist. It's a scalp gel. I found that after getting back from Rarotonga, my scalp was just so dry. It had definitely got way too much sun. Even though I had my hats and everything, just with all the snorkeling and swimming, my scalp definitely got a bit burnt. And just my scalp health was not fantastic. It's pretty much a product that's made for hair like mine. So I have very flat, oily hair, but my scalp gets very dry. So this is a product that actually meets all my needs, because any other kind of scalp oils that I've used have made my hair too heavy and flat, but this does not. Skincare wise, I really need to work on my nighttime skincare routine. I'd stopped using retinols for a while before the wedding, just from a budgeting, saving money point of view. And then I didn't want to start up before the wedding in case my skin broke out or reacted to it. But now I really want to start incorporating that again. So I do plan on buying a retinol at some point to use on my skin. So for now, that was just a rose water spray. I don't think it does a whole lot, but it feels nice. And this is just some Cetaphil moisturizer. Just gonna let my hair air dry. I have just put some dinner in the oven. My partner's on his way home and we're gonna have dinner together. And then I think we are gonna be putting up the Christmas tree. We ordered one, was it last week? Must have been last week. And it arrived a few days ago. So we went out yesterday and got a bunch of decorations. I'll show you what we've got. So this is what we're dealing with. We've got a Bassam Hill, please forgive me if I butchered that name, tree. And we've got some gold baubles and little chains. And we've got the little star to go on top. So I plan on having the base of the tree pretty much all gold, and then I'm going to include a little bit of kind of like brassy bronze and some green in there as well. I'm very excited. I'm also a little bit torn though, because traditionally in my family, like growing up, we wouldn't put the Christmas tree up until both myself and my sister has had our birthdays. My birthday is on the 27th of November and my sister's birthday is on the 30th. So we normally put it up like 1st of December sort of thing. But we just bought the tree and it's beautiful and expensive and we really just want to get lots of use out of it this year. And I love Christmas. I've always been a big Christmas girl. And so what if my birthday and Christmas blend together a little bit? That's fine with me. Anyway, just bear in mind when we're putting it up tonight that the gold is just the base and there will be a little bit more colour sprinkled in there. I definitely do prefer a slightly more neutral tree, but it won't just be gold, you know? I want to gradually over time pick up little kind of special ornaments that really make the tree personalised to us, whereas at the moment that's all just very generic stuff. Beautiful, look at that.